The first punch landed like a thunderclap, splitting Aiden's lip open against the chain-link fence of the old baseball field. Blood trickled warm down his chin, mixing with the hot summer tears he refused to let fall, as Tommy Hargrove's gang, for meaty juniors from Lincoln High, circled him like wolves scenting weakness. "Faggot thinks he can just prance around our town like it's San Francisco?" Tommy snarled, his breath reeking of cheap beer swiped from his dad's garage fridge, the words slicing deeper than the gravel embedding in Aiden's palms as he pushed himself up. Aiden spat a crimson glob onto the dust, tasting copper and the bitter regret of ever whispering his truth to Sarah Jenkins at lunch last week, hoping, stupidly, for an ally in this godforsaken corner of Ohio. Now the whole neighborhood knew. The kid with the messy brown curls and thrift store docs was one of those. The kind they whispered about at barbecues, the kind Pastor Reynolds damned from the pulpit every Sunday. As the second blow glanced off his shoulder, sending him sprawling into the weeds, Aiden's mind flashed to his dad, hunched over the kitchen table with a lukewarm bud, eyes glued to ESPN like the world outside their split-level ranch didn't exist. "If you love me, Dad, where the hell are you now?" But Dad wasn't there. No one was. Just the jeers echoing off the rusted bleachers, the distant hum of lawnmowers from manicured yards that suddenly felt like enemy territory. Aiden curled into himself, waiting for the next hit, when a voice cut through the haze, sharp, unfamiliar, laced with that New York edge that didn't belong in Milford. "Hey assholes, you hit like my grandma, and she chain smokes Pall Malls." The gang froze. Aiden cracked an eye, vision blurry, and there he was, a lanky guy about his age, maybe 17, with skin like polished mahogany and a fade haircut sharp enough to cut glass. He stood at the fence's edge, backpack slung over one shoulder, wearing a faded Ramones tee and jeans ripped at the knees. Not from fights, but style. Elijah. Aiden didn't know his last name yet, but in that split-second stare, he knew the stranger was either his savior or his next funeral attendee. Tommy laughed, a bark that didn't reach his eyes. "Who the fuck are you, city boy? This ain't your turf." Elijah didn't flinch. He vaulted the fence in one fluid motion, landing light as a cat between Aiden and the pack, his dark eyes locking on Tommy's with a calm that bordered on feral. "Name's Elijah Reyes. Moved here last week from Brooklyn. And turf? This dump." He gestured at the overgrown field, the sagging scoreboard reading Milford Mavericks, eternal losers. "Looks like you clowns couldn't hold turf if it came with a lease." The gang shifted, uneasy. Elijah was wiry, not built like them, but there was something in his stance, a coiled readiness from streets meaner than this podunk suburb, that made them hesitate. Aiden's heart hammered, not just from the pain but this inexplicable pull, like gravity shifting under his feet. He'd seen cute guys in movies, stolen glances at the swim team changing in the locker room. But this was fire in human form. Tommy stepped forward, fists clenched, but Elijah just smirked, pulling out his phone like it was a grenade. "Go ahead, swing. I'll livestream this shit to every queer TikTok in Ohio. Hashtag Milford hate crime. Bet your daddy's love explaining that to the 6 o'clock news." It worked. The bluff, or whatever it was, hung in the air like tear gas. Tommy muttered something about not worth it. And they slunk off, kicking dirt clods in their wake, leaving Aiden to uncurl slowly, every breath of fire in his ribs. Elijah crouched beside him, offering a hand. Not pitying, but steady. "You good, man? That lip's gonna swell like a balloon animal." Aiden took the hand, warm and calloused, and let himself be pulled up. Up close, Elijah smelled like citrus gum and faint weed smoke, worlds away from the Axe body spray choking Milford boys. "Yeah, thanks." "Shit, that was dumb. You didn't have to." "Shut up." Elijah grinned, white teeth flashing against his skin, and tore a strip from his own shirt hem to press against the cut. "I'm new here. Gotta make a splash. Plus, nobody deserves that bullshit." He tilted Aiden's chin gently, inspecting the damage, and for a heartbeat, their eyes held, brown on hazel, a spark jumping the gap like live wire. Aiden's stomach flipped, heat rushing to places he prayed his swollen face hid. They walked back to Aiden's street in the dying light, fireflies winking on like hesitant stars. Milford was the kind of place where every house looked the same. Vinyl siding in beige or taupe, driveways with F-150s nosed in like territorial hounds. American flags limp on porches come July 4th. Aiden's was the one with the half-dead azaleas out front, courtesy of his mom bailing 2 years back for a fresh start in Florida with her yoga instructor. Dad, Jack Harlan, worked double shifts at the auto plant, coming home to microwave burritos in silence, pretending Aiden's posters of indie bands and that one dog-eared copy of Giovanni's Room hidden under the mattress didn't exist. "So, what's your deal?" Elijah asked as they hit Aiden's cracked sidewalk. "You live here? Looks like the set of a bad 80s sitcom." Aiden laughed, wincing as it tugged his lip. "Aiden Harlan. Yeah, this is home sweet hell." "You?" "Elijah." Parents split the difference. Mom's a nurse in Brooklyn, Dad's complicated. Sent me to live with my aunt here while he figures shit out. He air-quoted with exaggerated flair, rolling his eyes. "Auntie's cool, though. Runs a food truck. Tacos that'd make your colon weep in joy." They lingered at the steps, Aiden's hand on the railing, reluctant to let the evening end. "Hey, tomorrow? Baseball field. No fists, I promise. Just hang." Elijah's smile softened, something vulnerable flickering behind the bravado. "Yeah, hang." He bumped Aiden's shoulder lightly, then sauntered off toward the east side, where the better houses butted up against the cornfields. Aiden watched until he vanished around the bend, then slipped inside, the screen door creaking like an accusation. Dad was in his lazy boy, remote in one hand, beer in the other, the TV droning about the Browns' latest choke. He glanced up, eyes narrowing at the bloodied shirt. "What the hell happened to you?" "Fell off my bike." Aiden's voice was flat, the lie automatic. Jack grunted, turning back to the screen. "Watch where you're going, kid. Neighborhood's full of potholes." Aiden climbed the stairs to his room, the weight of unspoken truths pressing like an anvil. He texted Sarah, "Heard? Whole school knows. FML. But her reply was a ghost emoji and nothing else. Betrayal stung fresh, but as he collapsed onto his bed, replaying Elijah's grin, a tiny ember kindled in his chest. Maybe Milford wasn't all rust and rot. Maybe, just maybe, it held room for something real. The next days blurred into a tentative rhythm. School was a minefield. Aiden kept his head down in the halls, lockers slamming like judgments, whispers trailing him like smoke. "Harlan's a queer. Bet he eyes us in the showers." Tommy's crew lobbed crumpled notes. AIDS carrier scrawled in Sharpie. But Elijah was a shield, sliding into the seat beside him in English, doodling sarcastic comics in the margins of The Great Gatsby. Gatsby as a drag queen crashing prohibition parties. "This book's bullshit," Elijah muttered once, leaning close enough that Aiden caught that citrus whiff again. "Rich dude pines for a ghost. Real love? It's messy. It's now." Aiden's pulse raced every time their knees brushed under the desk. Was it just friendship? Or did Elijah's lingering glances, the way he'd sling an arm around Aiden's shoulders in the cafeteria, casual but electric, mean more? They met at the field after school, tossing a battered baseball back and forth, Elijah's throws wild with laughter. "You're shit at this?" Aiden teased one afternoon, as the ball sailed into the weeds for the third time. "Am not. City's got no space for diamond dreams." Elijah jogged after it, returning with a fistful of dandelions, which he tucked haphazardly behind Aiden's ear. "There. Now you're pretty." Aiden's face burned, the flower tickling his temple. "Asshole. You're asshole." Elijah winked, and they both cracked up, the sound chasing shadows from the outfield. That night, alone in his room, Aiden replayed it on loop, hands slipping under his waistband, guilt and thrill twisting like vines. He came whispering Elijah's name, then buried his face in the pillow, terrified of what it meant. Weeks turned to a month, summer's humidity giving way to crisp September edges. Elijah's aunt's taco truck became their haunt, neon sign buzzing "Reyes Real Deal." Parked by the mill pond where kids fished for carp, they'd split a plate of al pastor, Elijah feeding Aiden bites with mock ceremony. Sauce dripping on chins they wiped with shared napkins. "Tell me something true," Elijah said one twilight, feet dangling over the water, lapping at the dock's edge. Aiden hesitated, heart thudding. "I'm gay, and it's killing me here." Elijah turned, eyes steady as lake glass. "Knew that weak one. Doesn't change shit. You're still the best part of this nowhere town." He leaned in, breath mingling, and pressed his lips to Aiden's, soft, tentative, tasting of lime and promise. The world tilted, Milford's judgments fading to white noise as Aiden kissed back, hands fisting Elijah's shirt, pulling him closer. It was fireworks in a bottle, exploding slow and sweet. They broke apart gasping, foreheads touching. "This is us," Elijah murmured. "Fuck the rest." But the rest wouldn't stay fucked. Whispers turned to shouts. Notes escalated to shoves in the parking lot. And Dad? He noticed the late nights, the glow on Aiden's face, but said nothing, until the night it all shattered. Aiden woke to the smell of burnt toast and the low rumble of Dad's voice on the phone in the kitchen. Something about overtime at the plant, the union breathing down necks like hawks. It was a Saturday in mid-October. Leaves carpeting the streets in fiery reds and golds. The kind of Midwest autumn that tricked you into thinking life was a Norman Rockwell painting. Aiden stretched, replaying last night's makeout session in Elijah's beat-up Civic, parked behind the old grain silo where no one patrolled. Elijah's hands had roamed tentative, mapping Aiden's chest like uncharted land. Whispers of "you're beautiful" against collarbones. Aiden's body hummed with it still, a secret symphony. Downstairs, Jack Harlan shoveled eggs onto a plate, his flannel shirt rumpled, stubble silvering his jaw. He was 48 going on 60, shoulders bowed from years bolting transmissions, eyes faded blue like denim worn thin. "Sit. Eat," he grunted, sliding a mug of Folgers across the formica. Aiden obeyed, the domesticity a fragile truce. "Thanks, Dad." He sipped, scalding his tongue. Punishment or care? Hard to tell. Jack eyed him over his paper, the Milford Gazette headline blaring about the high school's homecoming float budget. "You been out late. With that Reyes kid?" Aiden's fork paused midair, yolk dripping like accusation. "Yeah. Friend from school." "Friend." Jack's tone was neutral, but his grip tightened on the mug, knuckles blanching. "Heard talk. Neighborhood watch group chat. Folks saying things." The air thickened, unspoken slurs hanging like fog. Aiden's appetite vanished. "Like what?" Jack folded the paper deliberately, creases sharp as knife edges. "Like you're bringing trouble home. Tommy Hargrove's mom called me last night. Said her boy saw you too. Close. At the pond." Aiden's stomach plummeted. "Close. Code for queer. For wrong." "It's not. Don't." Jack held up a hand, not angry, just weary. "I don't want to know details, Aiden. Just be careful. This town's got rules. Break 'em, and they break you back." The words landed soft as hammers. Aiden pushed his plate away, chair scraping linoleum. Rules? Or hate? Jack's face hardened. A wall slamming down. "Grow up. World's not a rainbow parade. You want to survive here, you play smart." He stood, grabbing his keys, the jangle a dismissal. "I'm off. Lock up." The door clicked shut, engine roaring to life in the drive. Aiden sat frozen, the house echoing empty. Survive. As if living half alive was victory. He texted Elijah. "Dad knows. Kinda shitty morning." Reply buzzed instant. "Fuck him. Meet at the silo? Bring your A-game kisses." By noon, they were tangled in the Civic's back seat, windows fogged against the chill, radio crooning some old Springsteen about highways and ghosts. Elijah's fingers traced Aiden's ribs under his hoodie, eliciting shivers that had nothing to do with cold. "Tell me about him," Elijah murmured, lips brushing Aiden's neck. "Your dad. He always this. Checked out." Aiden arched into the touch, words spilling loose. "Used to be different. Before Mom left. Took me fishing, taught me to throw a curve. Now, it's like I'm invisible. Or worse, a problem." Elijah pulled back, eyes searching. You're not a problem. You're. He hesitated, vulnerability cracking his cool. You're the first guy who's made me feel like I could stay somewhere, not run. Aiden's throat tightened. Elijah had stories. Brooklyn blocks where sirens wailed nightly. A dad who vanished after one too many bad bets, leaving Elijah to dodge foster roulette until his aunt stepped in. Then stay, Aiden whispered, sealing it with a kiss that tasted of forever. But forever in Milford was a pipe dream. Monday brought the hammer. In the cafeteria, Sarah, former friend, leaned over her tray, voice syrup sweet poison. Aiden, babe, we need to talk. For your own good. He followed her to the bleachers, Elijah detained in chem lab. Mistake. Sarah's clique waited, 3 cheer girls with ponytails like whips. Look, we get it, she cooed, flipping her hair. Experimenting's cute. But Elijah, he's trouble. Black kid from the city? You'll get us all labeled. Aiden's blood iced. Labeled? As what? Decent humans. She laughed. A tinkling bell of cruelty. As freaks. My dad's on city council. He says if this spreads, scholarships dry up. Jobs vanish. Just back off. For the greater good. Betrayal bloomed hot. Thorns in his chest. Sarah, who'd shared secrets over sleepovers, now bartering his heart for social capital. Fuck your greater good. He spat, storming out. But the seed was planted, doubt, the first fracture. The bullying ramped like a storm front. Lockers vandalized with slurs in pink chalk. Cocksucker. Tires slashed on Elijah's Civic, go home, spick faggot. At the field, Tommy's gang waited. Bats not for baseball. Aiden and Elijah fought back that time. Fists flying in a blur of adrenaline and fear. Elijah's lips splitting on a wild swing. They won by inches, running breathless to the Reyes truck. Aunt Maria bandaging them with brisk efficiency over plates of carnitas. This town, she muttered, her accent thick as mole sauce. It's poison, but you boys? Stronger than that. Elijah nodded, but later, alone on the porch swing, he confessed to Aiden, voice raw. I can't keep fighting shadows, man. Back home it was gangs, guns. Here, the smiles hiding knives. What if I drag you down? Aiden cupped his face, thumbs tracing jawlines. Then we rise together, or burn it all. Their love deepened in stolen pockets. Midnight drives to the quarry, swimming naked under stars, bodies slick and urgent against quarry rock. Elijah taught Aiden to slow dance in the headlights, hips swaying to stolen Motown from his phone. Feel that, he'd say, hand over Aiden's heart. That's us, beating as one. Aiden believed it, until Thanksgiving loomed like a guillotine. The neighborhood potluck at the community center, turkey and pie under harvest moon banners. Pastor Reynolds blessing the spread with prayers against modern sins. Jack insisted they go. Family shows face, Aiden. Or they talk. Dread coiled in Aiden's gut. Elijah's aunt had invited them for real food. None of that bland pilgrim crap. But Dad's jaw set stubborn. We go. End of. The center buzzed with forced cheer. Card tables groaning under jello salads. Kids chasing with Nerf turkeys. Tommy's mom air-kissed Jack, her smile a rictus. Jack, so glad you made it. Aiden looks. Well. Her eyes flicked to him, loaded. Aiden stuck to the punch bowl, Elijah texting save me a drumstick and a dance. But then Sarah sidled up, arm looped with a cousin from Cleveland. Aiden, meet Derek. He's open-minded. Derek leered, hand brushing Aiden's arm too long. Setup. Humiliation dressed as mercy. He bolted to the bathroom, splashing water on his face. Mirror reflecting a boy fraying at edges. Dark circles, lip scar fading to pink. Footsteps echoed. Tommy blocked the door, 2 shadows behind. Time to chat, Harlan. The first shove pinned him to sinks. Think you can flaunt it? Ruin our town. Fists rained, gut, ribs, pain exploding white. Aiden gasped, curling, tasting vomit and blood anew. A knee to his thigh, then Tommy's whisper hot in his ear. Tell your spick boyfriend to pack. Or next time we finish it. They left him slumped, the door swinging mocking. Aiden dragged himself out a side exit, night air knifing lungs, stumbling toward home blocks away. Stars wheeled overhead, indifferent. His phone buzzed. Elijah. Where are you? Potluck blowing up without you. Aiden typed hurt. Coming home, then blacked edges closing in. Jack found him on the porch, collapsed against the railing, shirt torn, face a roadmap of bruises. Jesus, kid. What the? He hauled Aiden inside, strong arms that hadn't lifted him since Little League, depositing him on the couch like fragile china. Aiden choked on sobs, words tumbling. Because of me, because I'm, us. Jack froze, hands hovering, then sank beside him, the lazy boy creaking in memory. Them who? Tommy, the neighborhood, everyone. Aiden's voice cracked. Dad, I'm gay. Elijah, he's everything, and they hate us for it. Silence stretched, taut as piano wire. Jack's face worked, shock, disgust flickering, then something deeper, a chasm cracking open. I know, he said finally, voice gravel. Been knowin' since you were 14. That look in your eyes at the Pride float on TV. Thought, hoped it'd pass. Like a phase. Aiden recoiled, pain lancing fresh. A phase? Dad. Wait. Jack's hand clamped his shoulder, grip iron but not crushing. I ain't saying it's wrong, just scared. Scared for you. This town chews up different and spits bone. Tears carved tracks down Aiden's cheeks. Then why didn't you say, fight? Jack's eyes glistened. First Aiden had seen. Because I'm a coward. Your mom leavin' gutted me. Thought if I ignored it, you'd be safe. Normal. But seein' you now. He gestured at the wreckage. This ain't safe. This is hell. He stood abruptly, grabbing keys. Stay here. Ice that eye. The door slammed, truck peeling out into night. Aiden curled under Afghans, phone silent. Elijah's texts piling like unanswered prayers. Hours blurred. Dawn crept gray through curtains when tires crunched gravel again. Voices outside, raised, Jack's bark cutting through murmurs. Aiden limped to the window. Dad on the lawn, facing a knot of neighbors. Tommy's folks, Sarah's dad, even Pastor Reynolds in his cardigan, Bible clutched like shield. You touch my boy again, Jack roared, voice echoing off houses. And I'll bury you in lawsuits till kingdom come. This neighborhood, built on backbreaking work, not hate. My son's gay? That's his truth. You got a problem? Take it up with God or me. Gasps rippled. Tommy's mom clutched pearls. Jack, you're overreacting. It's just boys being. Bullshit. Jack jabbed a finger. It's assault. And if I hear one more slur, one more tire slash, I'm calling the feds. OCDOJ hell. I'll chain myself to the town hall steps till you learn decency. The crowd dispersed, grumbling, tails tucked. Jack turned, spotting Aiden in the window, and for the first time, his eyes held pride, not pity. But as he climbed steps, phone rang. Elijah's aunt. Aiden? Elijah. He got jumped. Bad. Hospital in Columbus. The world grayed again. The ER waiting room smelled of bleach and despair, fluorescent lights buzzing like angry hornets overhead. Aiden paced the linoleum, each step a jolt through his bruised thigh. Dad slumped in a plastic chair beside Aunt Maria, her rosary beads clicking soft prayers in Spanish. Jack's face was thundercloud, jaw clenched, hands fisted on knees, but he'd driven them here at breakneck speed, truck eating highway miles while Aiden spilled the potluck horror in choked fragments. Nurses saying it's touch and go, Maria murmured, crossing herself. Broken ribs, concussion. Some bastard used a bat. Her voice cracked, accent thickening with grief. My boy's tough, but this town's a vulture. Aiden's knees buckled. He sank beside her, vision blurring. Bat. The word conjured Tommy's sneer. The bathroom sinks cold against his spine. Guilt gnawed visceral. If he'd stayed at the potluck, faced Sarah's setup head-on, would Elijah be safe? This is my fault, he whispered. They warned me. Back off or... Jack's hand landed heavy on his back. Not gentle, but anchoring. Bullshit. Fault's theirs. And mine. For waitin' too damn long. His voice was low rumble, laced with something raw. Aiden realized it was shame, the old man's armor finally denting. Hours dragged, coffee from the vending machine turning to ash in Aiden's mouth. Finally, a doctor emerged, white coat crisp, face etched fatigue. Reyes? Stable. Fractured ribs, lacerations, mild TBI. He's lucky, could have been worse. Relief crashed like waves, but Aiden bolted past, down halls to room 312, where Elijah lay hooked to monitors beeping steady lies of normalcy. Bruises bloomed purple on his cheek, stitches marching jagged across his brow, for dripping morphine dreams. Aiden collapsed into the chair, fingers intertwining Elijah's. Cool, limp. "Hey!" he breathed, thumb stroking knuckles. "It's me, your pretty boy disaster." Elijah's eyes fluttered, lids heavy. "Aiden. Fuck. You look like hammered shit." A ghost smile tugged his split lip. "Pot luck. Went south. Dad." He stood up. "For real." Aiden's voice wobbled. "But you, God, Elijah, I'm sorry." "Snot. You." Elijah squeezed weak, monitor spiking. "Tommy's crew. After truck." Said, "Tell your fag friend we're comin' next." His breath hitched, pain etching lines. "Won't. Let em win." Aiden leaned in, forehead to Elijah's, tears salting skin. "We won't. Promise." The kiss was feather-light, saline and sorrow, but in it, a vow unbreakable. Discharge came midweek, Elijah hobbling on crutches to Maria's duplex, Aiden sneaking visits past curfew, Dad's truck idling blocks away like reluctant chaperone. Milford simmered uneasy. Jack's lawn tirade had lit fuses. Neighbors split, some nodding awkward hellos, others crossing streets. Pastor Reynolds called a unity prayer circle at church, but whispers branded Jack, that enabler. His plant buddies ribbing him over coffee breaks. "Gone soft, Harlan? Next you'll wave a rainbow flag." Jack took it stone-faced, but cracks showed. At diner breakfasts, he'd grip his fork till it bent, eyes distant. One night, post-shift, he found Aiden in the garage, tinkering with his bike chain, grease-blacking nails. "Son." The word hung heavy, unused in years. "We talk." Aiden wiped hands on rags, wary. "About." "Everything." Jack cracked a beer, offering one. Aiden shook head. "Your mom. She knew. About you. Said it was my job to protect. I failed." Aiden's chest tightened. Mom's ghost lingered in photo albums, her laugh frozen in frames. "You didn't fail. Just hid." Jack nodded, swigging deep. "Yeah. Hid 'cause I was ashamed. Not of you, of me. Grew up here, same bullshit rules. Beat a kid once in high school for holding my hand. Buddy of mine. Never forgave myself. The confession spilled like oil, slick and dark. Thought burying it kept you clean. But seeing Elijah fightin' for you made me remember what love costs." Aiden stared, pieces slotting. "You were." Jack's laugh was bitter bark. "By if labels fit. Buried deep. Married your mom thinkin' it'd fix me. Didn't." He met Aiden's eyes, raw. "You're braver. Prouder. Wish I was." The garage air hummed electric, walls shedding years of silence. Aiden stepped forward, hesitant, and hugged him. Awkward, bone-crushing, the first in a decade. Jack stiffened, then melted, patting back fierce. "Love you, kid. Always did. Just shit at showin'." From there, fractures mended slow. Jack stocked the fridge with Gatorade for Elijah's visits. Grilled him on Yankees stats over burgers. "Brooklyn boy, huh? Bet you cry when they lose." Elijah bantered back, crutches propped, charm disarming the gruff. Aiden watched, heart swelling. This patchwork family, stitched from regret and resolve. But Milford's rot festered beneath. Sarah's betrayal metastasized. She spread rumors Elijah started it. A city thug corrupting good Ohio stock. Derek, her setup pawn, cornered Aiden in the auto shop bathroom during study hall. Lock clicked. Breath hot. "Heard you're easy." Reyes too laid up to satisfy. Hands grabbed, zipper rasping. Aiden kneed him hard, fleeing with shirt half-tucked, shame burning. He told no one at first, but Elijah saw the flinch, the way Aiden jerked from touches. What happened? Late night, under quilts in Aiden's room. Jack's new rule. Door open 3 inches. They pried truth loose. Elijah's face darkened, crutches forgotten as he paced. That fucker. We go to cops. Aiden balked. And say what? He said it was a joke. No proof. Proof. Elijah's voice rose, hurt lancing. My word ain't enough? After all this? It's not. Aiden grabbed his arm, desperate. It's the system here. Cops are half the bullies. Dad says wait, build case. Elijah yanked free, eyes flashing. Your dad. Always your dad. What about us? I'm tired, Aiden. Tired of hidin', fightin' ghosts. Maybe I go back to Brooklyn. Auntie's leavin' anyway. The words gutted, air sucked vacuum. You'd leave? After what? More beatings? Watching you shrink. Elijah's shoulders slumped. Fight draining. I love you, but love shouldn't feel like war. Aiden pulled him down, kisses frantic, bodies colliding urgent. Skin on skin, gasps swallowing doubts. It was reclamation, fierce and tender. Elijah's hands mapping scars like treasures. Don't go, Aiden begged after, slick and spent. Fight with me. Elijah held tight, but dawn brought distance. His eyes shadowed, bags half-packed in whispers. The real fracture came homecoming week. Float parade down Main, bonfire roaring at the quarry. Jack surprised them. Tickets to the dance, awkward in his pressed khakis. Go. Be kids. Aiden beamed, Elijah thawed, and for one night, under gym banners of gold and blue, they danced, slow, defiant, hands laced public. Whispers swirled, but Tommy's crew sulked sidelines, Jack's glare a deterrent. Then betrayal's blade twisted. Sarah, queen of the court in sequins, pulled Aiden aside mid-waltz. Truce. Her smile was saccharine. Derek was a dick. But listen, your dad's in trouble. Aiden frowned. What? Plant layoffs. Unions pissed. Saying Jack's distracted by family drama. Votes no on his promotion. Blame you. She shrugged. Faux sympathy. Fix it? Ditch the spick. Go straight. Or dad sinks. Ice-flooded veins. Promotion, Jack's ticket out of doubles. Dreams of fishing Florida with Aiden postgrad. All teetering on Aiden's truth. He searched the crowd. Jack clapped along to the band. Oblivious. Pride in his nod toward the dance floor. Elijah spun near, laughing with Maria, happy, whole. Aiden's resolve cracked. If I end it, save him. The thought poisoned but took root. That night, by bonfire's embers, Aiden broke. We can't. Not anymore. Elijah stilled. Flames painting his face hell-red. What? It's too much. Dad. The town. You're huttin' because of me. Lies tumbled, each a shard. Better if we stop. Elijah's face crumpled, shock to agony. You're lyin', Sarah. Those fucks. They got to you. No. Aiden couldn't meet eyes. Just reality. Go back to Brooklyn. Be free. Elijah shoved him hard enough to stumble into ash. Free? Without you? Fuck you, Aiden. Fuck this coward town. He stormed off, crutches abandoned. Maria trailing calls into night. Aiden sank to knees, sobs racking. Fire's heat no match for inner cold. Betrayal, his own this time, tasted like rust. Jack found him wandering streets at 2 a.m., scooped silent into the truck. What happened, son? Aiden confessed, words ash. Jack's face storm darkened. You did this? For me. For us. To save you. Jack pulled over, engine ticking cool. Listen. That promotion. It's paper. You? Your blood. I'd torch the plant before letting you gut yourself. He gripped steering wheel white-knuckled. We fight. Together. Call him. Now. But Elijah's phone rang void, voicemail a beep of finality. November's chill bit deep, stripping trees bare as Aiden's regrets. Milford huddled under gray skies, Streets slick with pre-winter rain, the kind that seeped into bones and drowned hope. Elijah vanished from school Monday. Rumors swirled. Back to Brooklyn? Aunt's truck sold overnight. A ghost in the machine. Aiden haunted his locker, fingers tracing the dent from a joyful shove weeks back. Each breath a knife twist. He'd done this, sacrificed their spark on the altar of family. Only to watch Dad double down on shifts, eyes hollower, the plant's overtime a noose tightening. Sarah's truce soured fast. She blanked him in halls, her clique's laughter a chorus of vindication. Tommy's gang escalated, notes in Aiden's gym bag. Spics gone. You're next. Aiden burned them in the quarry's public trash bin. Flames devouring paper, but not the fear coiling tighter. Nights, he lay staring at glow-in-dark stars on his ceiling. Elijah's gift, stuck haphazard one make-out-fueled evening, willing texts to appear. None did. Instead, dreams. Elijah's laugh echoing empty fields, his hands slipping from Aiden's in freefall. Jack noticed the unraveling. Dinners, now shared at the table, his decree. Turned interrogations gentle as barbed wire. You eat that meatloaf? Ma's recipe. Fork clinks. Then, heard from the boy? Aiden pushed peas, evasive. No. Jack sighed, napkin dabbing mouth. You know where he went? Brooklyn, probably. Aiden's voice cracked. His dad. Another sigh heavier. Call the aunt. Maria. Get his number. Aiden shook head fierce. He hates me. Deserves to. Bull. Jack's fork stabbed definitive. Love don't vanish 'cause of one dumb night. Fought too hard for that. The words pierced, a lifeline tossed into abyss. After dishes, Aiden dialed Maria's cell voicemail. Accent warm. Leave message, Mijo. He did, halting. It's Aiden. Tell Elijah. I'm sorry. Doors open. Click. Silence swallowed. School dragged corpse slow. In English, dissecting Romeo and Juliet felt mockery. Miss Hargrove, Tommy's aunt, droning on feuds and folly, her eyes pitying on Aiden. Tragic, isn't it? How hate blinds. Class tittered. Aiden bolted to bathroom, retching into sink, mirror mocking his pallor. That's when Derek struck again. Door banged open, lock jamming. Missed you, Harlan. Bulk blocked escape, grin wolfish. Reyes bailed? Smart. Leaves you for real men. Hands pinned wrists to tile, knee wedging thighs. Aiden thrashed, elbow connecting nose with crunch. Blood sprayed. Derek howled, fist swinging wild, glancing temple. Stars burst. Aiden slumped, world tilting. Voices, hall monitor. Derek fled, cursing. Aiden crawled out, head pounding, report filed numb to guidance counselor. Assault, she noted, sympathetic but scripted. We'll investigate. Cops came, perfunctory statements, nods. Jack arrived mid-interview, face volcanic, demanding charges. That little shit's done. But Derek's dad, city council crony, lawyered up fast. Boys roughhousing. No harm. Case withered. Another slap on Milford's wrist. Aiden's bruises faded slower than resolve. That night, Jack cracked his shell. Garage again, tools scattered from half-hearted carburetor fix. Sit. Jack thrust a stool, cracking 2 Millers. Underage be damned. Story time. Aiden sipped, bitter fizz. Dad. Shut up. Listen. Jack leaned on workbench, shadows carving canyons in wrinkles. High school me? Met Caleb. Football scout, all charm and calluses. Yeah. Stolen nights in the end zone. Promises under goalposts. His voice softened. Memories glow. Graduation, he split for college, Ohio State, full ride. I stayed, plant-bound. Wrote letters. He stopped replying. Turned out he had a girl. A beard. Broke me quiet. Aiden's bottle paused. Why tell now? 'Cause I see you, echo of that boy. Same. But I learned wrong, hid instead of howled. You're howlin'. And that Reyes kid, he's your Caleb but better. Don't let fear write the end. Tears pricked. Aiden swiped angry. Too late. Pushed him away. For you. Jack's laugh rumbled sad. For me? Kid, I'd trade every bolt I ever turned for your happiness. Call again. Beg if need be. Dawn next day, Aiden did, Maria answered, voice weary. Aiden, he's here. Brooklyn. Dad's place, it's rough. Won't talk about you. Please, just tell him Dad's story. Tell him I was wrong. Pause then, I'll try. But boys, hearts bruised deep. Weeks bled December, snow dusting Milford white as lies. Plant holiday party loomed, Jack's big night. Promotion announced amid eggnog and carols. Aiden dressed reluctant. Slacks, button down, tie like noose. You look sharp, Jack said, clapping shoulder. His own suit rented, tie crooked. Pride gleamed, fragile, fierce. The VFW hall glittered tinsel, polka band wheezing jingle bells. Union reps slapped backs. Wives cooed over poinsettias. Jack mingled, voice booming anecdotes, but Aiden stuck shadows, nursing punch, scanning for threats. Tommy lurked corner, nursing grudge. Sarah glittered queen bee, Derek's shiner a badge. Then chaos. Fire alarm shrieked. Sprinklers hissing, sudden deluge. Panic surged, screams, stampede. Aiden dove under table, heart slamming. Jack yanked him out, shielding through crush. Outside, soaked, milling confused, arson whisper spread. Faulty wiring or sabotage. Cops swarmed. Investigation pinned quick. Slashed lines in panel, deliberate. Fingers pointed, union dissenters? But Jack's eyes narrowed on Tommy. Slinking edge with wet hair slicked defiant. That punk, he muttered. Aiden's phone buzzed. Unknown number. Text. Maria gave me this. Your dad's story. Hit home. Miss you. But trust broke. Prove it. Hope flickered, fragile as snowflake. How? Come get me. Brooklyn. Now. Or we're done for real. Aiden's breath caught. Brooklyn, 6 hours. Blizzard brewing. Jack read over shoulder, nodding grim. Go. Truck's yours. I'll cover. But the party, your promotion. Party's wet. Promotion waits. You don't. Jack hugged fierce, keys jangling into palm. Bring him home, son. That's the win. Highway blurred white knuckle. Wipers slapping rhythm to Aiden's pulse. Billboards faded to city sprawl. Ohio to Pennsylvania. Lights swelling neon. Brooklyn hit like fever dream. Brownstones huddled under sodium glow. Sirens wailing eternal. Pizza joints steaming fog. GPS led to a walk-up in Bed-Stuy. Fire escapes dripping icicles. Stoop salted gritty. Elijah waited on steps. Duffel at feet. Hood up against sleet. Skin sallow, eyes hollow, crutches gone. But limp lingered. You came. Aiden killed engine, stepping out, boots crunching. Couldn't not. Words failed. He closed gap, arms wrapping desperate. Elijah stiffened, then sagged, sobs muffled in shoulder. Thought you chose them. Safety. Chose wrong. Aiden pulled back, cupping face, cold, stubbled. Dad told me his truth. Showed me mine. You're it. All of it. Elijah searched eyes, doubt warring want. Brooklyn's chaos. But here, I got family. Dad's tryin'. What about Milford? The hate. Aiden grinned, snowflakes bearding lashes. We face it. Together. Or burn it down. Kiss ignited, raw, reclaiming, sleet melting on skin. Elijah's duffel thudded forgotten. They tumbled into the truck, heat blasting. Hands rediscovering paths. One condition, Elijah gasped, foreheads touching. No more hidin'. Ever. Swear. Dawn broke as they rolled out, Brooklyn shrinking rearview, Milford calling uncertain. But in the cab, fingers laced over gearshift, Aiden felt it. Home. Not a place, but this. Back by noon, snow-packed. Jack shovel drive, spotting them, grin splitting beard. 'Bout time. Hugs exchanged, awkward with Elijah, but real. Maria arrived, tacos steaming. Impromptu feast in kitchen. Laughter over spilling salsa. Stories swapped like currency. But storm broke evening. Cops at door. Tommy arrested. Bat from Elijah's beating traced to his garage. Confession spilled. Payback for potluck, for Jack's uppity stand. Derek implicated. Assaults his initiation. Neighborhood fractured overnight. Pastor called emergency service. Healing our divides. Some fledged rainbow stickers on cars. Others grumbled exodus. Sarah's dad resigned counsel, scandals shadow long. Jack's promotion? Withheld. Unions citing instability. He shrugged over beers that night, Elijah nursing root. Paper tiger. Got better. Aiden raised bottle. To family. Glasses clinked. Blood. Chosen. Unbreakable. Christmas Eve dawned brittle. Frost etching windows like lace. Milford spires piercing low clouds heavy with promise of more snow. The Harlan house glowed reluctant. Tinsel Jack strung crooked on the mantel. A lopsided tree shedding needles onto carpet. Ornaments from Aiden's toddler crafts dangling beside Mom's old glass icicles. Elijah crashed the living room couch, duffel unzipped like declaration. His presence a revolution in flannel and faded tees. Smells like pine and regret, he quipped. Nose wrinkling at the air freshener Jack swore was festive. Aiden laughed, tossing a pillow. Better than Aunt Maria's mole. Spicy enough to strip paint. 3 days since Brooklyn, and the thaw held. Tentative breakfasts where Jack grilled Elijah on city survival tips. Eliciting tales of subway tag and bodega heists that had the old man chuckling gravel deep. But undercurrents swirled. Elijah's dad texting sporadic check-ins, laced with guilt. Milford's eyes still watchful, judgments simmering. Jack emerged from kitchen, apron-dusted flour, bearing a tray of gingerbread men. Charred edges, button eyes sliding off. Tradition, he grunted, plunking it down. Your mom, she ruled the oven. Me? Jury's out. Elijah snagged one, biting defiant. Tastes like victory. Burnt but battlin'. Compliment landed. Jack's shoulders eased a fraction. The ghost of a smile. Phone rang, Maria voice bubbling. Boys, church midnight mass? Pastor's doin' that unity thing. Tacos after, my treat. Aiden glanced Elijah, who shrugged. If your dad's game. Jack snorted. Pastor's idea of unity? Last week he preached, love the sinner, hate the sin. Still sour. But he went. The three of them, bundled in peacoats. Elijah's borrowed from Jack, sleeves swallowing hands. Trudged through snow to First Presbyterian, steeple a beacon in the whiteout. Pews creaked full. Neighbors nodding stiff. Tommy's mom dabbing eyes into hanky. Sarah absent. Rumor. Grounded till spring. Pastor Reynolds mounted pulpit. Face flushed under poinsettias. Voice booming modified gospel. Tonight, we remember the child born in shadow. Light for all. No exceptions. In this season, let us mend. Love without ledger. Aiden's hand found Elijah's under hymnals. Fingers lacing secret. Jack's knee bumped theirs. Silent solidarity. Candles flickered, wax tears mirroring Aiden's own, relief. Raw. As choir swelled silent night, he leaned into Elijah. Whisper hot. It's the miracle. Elijah squeezed. Damn right. Postmass, Maria's truck idled curbside. Steam curling from vents. Bed-laden foil trays of tamales and flan. They piled in. Convoy to the duplex. Fire crackling. Piñata swinging for American touch. Laughter flowed freer. Jack attempting salsa steps. Hips stiff as rusted hinges. Elijah coaching with mock severity. Loosen, Harlan. Pretend it's a picket line. Aiden watched, chest full, family not by blood alone, but battles shared. Later, porch swing creaking under stars pricking velvet sky. Elijah pulled him close, breath fogging glass. Your dad's. Something. Given me a shot. Aiden nodded, nose nuzzling neck. Took losin' me to find himself. Won't waste it. New Year's brought reckoning. Plant reopened post-holiday. Jack's shifts easing as union thawed. Tommy's arrest a catalyst. Whispers of Harlan's stand shifting winds. Promotion. Still pending, but a lateral move offered. Supervisor training. Respect earned quiet. Enough, Jack said over coffee. Steam rising like peace pipes. Got my boys. That's thrown. School resumed January, tundra of textbooks and tests. Aiden and Elijah strode halls linked, hands not always touching, but presence bold. Bullies scattered. Tommy expelled. Derek suspended pending juvie. Sarah cornered Aiden once, hall fluorescent harsh on her pallor. I was wrong. Scared. Can we? Aiden's smile was steel-edged. Scared's no excuse. Heal yourself. He walked on, Elijah's arms slinging casual, their laughter a shield. Spring unfurled reluctant, crocuses poking mud, baseball fields greening. The old diamond, site of first punch and first rescue, hosted tentative practices. Aiden pitching wild, Elijah catching with flair, Jack umping from bleachers, whistle shrill. Neighborhood kids trickled, wary at first, then joining, bats cracking innocence reclaimed. One April dusk, post-game, sweat slick and grinning, Elijah tugged Aiden to the outfield weeds, where dandelions seeded wishes. Remember, he plucked one, blowing seeds to wind. That night, you bloody, me stupid hero. Aiden caught a seed on tongue salty sweet. Best stupid ever. Kneeling then, ring of twine and wire. Elijah's make, scavenged from Maria's craft bin. Aiden's heart stuttered. Not diamond, yet, but promise. Forever fightened, tears blurred. Aiden pulled him up, kissed ceiling. Yes, 1,000 times. Jack watched from fence, nodding approval, then turned away, privacy gift. That night, dinner table, heard proposal talk, fork speared steak deliberate. 'Bout time. When's the wedding? Laughter erupted, Elijah choking milk, Aiden flushing crimson. Dad. Jack winked, rare mischief. Kiddin'. Mostly, just proud of you both. Summer solstice brought full circle. Milford Pride, first annual, grassroots born from Jack's tirade and arrest's wake. Town square bloomed flags rainbow, booths hawking ally pins and drag story hours. Pastor Reynolds emceed reluctant, voice cracking on all welcome. Aiden and Elijah manned a table. Queer youth allies, flyers touting support lines, stories scrawled anonymous. Crowd swelled. Maria slinging pride tacos, Jack in a tea silk-screened, love wins. Aiden's gag gift, worn ironic turned sincere. Neighbors mingled, Tommy's mom donating cookies, apology baked in. Sarah appeared fringe, rainbow thread bracelet tentative olive branch. Aiden nodded cool. Time would tell. As sun dipped, stage lit for speeches. Jack volunteered, unscripted, mic trembling slight. Folks, I raised a son here, watched him hurt, and I failed him first. Too scared to stand. Voice steadied, carrying. But love is not polite. His fists up. My boy's gay. Got a partner braver than me. And this town, we can be better. For them. For us all. Applause thundered, tears streaking cheeks, including Jack's, unashamed. Aiden hugged him on stage, Elijah joining, trio silhouette against sunset. Strength forged fire. That night, quarry edge, fireflies dancing like confetti. They swam, naked, free water lapping secrets. To family, Elijah toasted with a stolen beer, arm around Aiden. To truth, Aiden echoed. To tomorrow, Jack called from shore, bonfire guardian, silhouette sentinel. Milford slept under stars, shadows long but lifting. Aiden dove deep, surfacing renewed, love's current carrying forward, no longer afraid. In the end, family wasn't blood's dictate, but choices chained. The stand taken, the hand held, the heart bared, and in that American heartland sprawl, amid corn whispers and river bends, Aiden found his whole wild, wholly his,